Welcome to Kegums in Latvia, the European round of the 250 Championship. My name is Paul Meady. Join us live, of course, on MX Live TV. We've just seen a 125 European Championship race, of course, won by Pauls Jonas. And in a moment, the 250 boys will be out on track. Championship currently being led by Valentin Guillot on the Guillot Motorsports KTM. He's a three-time winner so far this season. He'll be looking forward to doing the same again today. Well, before we take to the action, just sit back and enjoy these images here, the local area. We're in Kegums, but Riga just down the road, about 45 minutes to an hour away from here. Big festival weekend for those guys. So sit back and enjoy for a moment. If you're just joining us for the first time today on MX Live TV, that's a quick look at the circuit. Just over 1,500 metres long, start straight, about 80 metres into that grey first turn, 180 switchback. Very flat, very slick through there, with it just being backbladed as well, but didn't see any problems in the 125 race, so hopefully the 250 riders will be looking for a little bit of the same. The inside is the most favoured point on the racetrack there, but have to back off just a little bit earlier to make sure that leaves the riders able to come in from the outside. Here's Amy, she's down on the line.
We're back down on the start line for the second race of the day. It is, of course, the European 250s. Their final race, the Skybox podium in the background where the 125s are having a go on the podium. We're going to carry on and have a word with some of our riders here today. Let's first come to Brian. Brian, the first round of the championship wasn't so great for you, but the last two, you've done 2 fourth places. How do you feel about getting in that top 3 today?
Yeah, I hope for the best, of course. I'm now 2 times fourth, and I hope this time for a podium, you know. But I'm gonna try to do my best and try to have fun.
And how were you feeling out there yesterday? How was the track?
Yeah, the track is not so hard, and that's I think that's good for the Dutch guys, you know. And
a few people saying it's got softer over the last couple of years.
no,
Harder, rather.
yeah, the last years it was a little bit harder, and last year it was muddy, but this year it is good. So a little bit sand and.
Enjoy it out there today. Thank you. Right, we're going to carry on up and we'll see if we can grab a word with Mika. You all right?
Yeah, all right.
It wasn't a great start to the year. Well, it wasn't a good start to the year last year, but great start for you yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was not a pretty good start, and after 2 laps it was better, and I go to the 4th place, and it was yeah, a good race for me.
And how do you feel about the rest of the championship? Where would you like to be at the end of this year?
Yeah, I hope the end of this year I'm be in the top 5, but yeah, the first race was not so good, and the second race in France I don't qualify in this. I hope it's be good.
Well, best of luck out there today.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's quite noisy down here because we've got the podium, so can't quite hear, but we're going to carry on down, and before these guys head out on their sighting lap, we'll see if we can have a word with Jordan Booker. He should be around about here. Oh, here he is. Jordan, hello. You made a sound start to the year. The last 2 rounds haven't been kind of going your way. How are you feeling out there today?
I'm feeling pretty good today. Like you said, I started the year off good. Been plagued with a little bit of bad luck since, it seems. A little bit the same yesterday, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better today. Today's a new day, so hopefully I can start moving back up in the point standings again.
And how are you finding it in the European Championship?
Just really surprised at how closely competitive it is. Like, everyone's on such similar pace and really good racing. It's good.
Well, you guys heading out on your sighting lap now, so I'll let you get on. That's all from us down here.
Yeah, thanks, Amy. Those pre-grid interviews done during the 125 European podium, and shortly after that they went out on their sighting lap, as you can see, led out by Mike Kress. But don't be deceived, Mike Kress had to go through the last chance qualifying practice, which he was more than 3 seconds quicker than the other 3 guys behind him. Had a problem early on in the first lap, but race Group A was won by Valentin Guyot, Group B was run by Jeremy Seewer, so your start list will reflect that. Local guy actually from Latvia on a Kawasaki, Carlis Sabalis was in 3rd, then Cyril Klein-Kromov was 4th on the HFF Logistics JTX KTM. Brian Bogers on the Stabilo Pro Grip KTM was 5th, then Brent Van Donnick on the Scott Racing machine. Then it was Benoit Paturel, Mika de Waal, Jorge Zaragoza was 9th on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe machine, and Joel Milesevic on the Diga Racing KTM was 10th. Then we had Damon Growler, who's made it difficult for himself in the first race. He started 2nd, dropped down to 8th after falling in the right-hander after the finish line. Fell again a couple of laps later, but didn't lose any positions, just lost time, but eventually came home in 6th in his race. Obviously, that gives him 11th in the start line order in terms of the position he went to the start line. Just saw 991 there. Nathan Watson, he goes to the line in 16th position, so just to the right of the box as he arrives at the line, just to the left of the box as we look at it. The HM Plant KTM UK rider. Again, just had a bit of a tough time. Started 13th, lost a few positions before coming back strong to get back to 15th. In the closing stages, had a whole bunch of guys ahead of him. And then Nathan Watson it was who qualified in 8th in the B group, but that was won by Jeremy Seewer. Right, the gate is about to drop because we have the 15-second board up as we speak. Dave Nicol, our race director, gives a signal. 5-second board is up, the gate about to drop. 19, Ryan Houghton there, but a guy not getting off the line alongside him. But it is Mika de Waal, 28, storms into the lead, but be interesting to see if he grabbed that. I think he would have done from there. Not that it matters in this race, but 172, Brent Van Donnick 3rd, Growlers in 4th. Jorge Zaragoza there in the red, just getting caught in that left-hander as they come over the hill. Mika de Waal, Brent Van Donnick. Just trying to see if the guy in 3rd, as they come through over the first jump. Coming up the inside, Kromov drops into 3rd, looking to take 2nd. Holds an inside line, but 96 going down. Davide Bonini on the TDR KTM. 40, is that 47? I think it is 47 or 41. Pontus Jonsson if it's 47. And then the number 10. So Carlis Sabalis, who had a good qualifying yesterday inside the top 3. The local rider, the home favourite. He goes out on the first lap, but Kromov and his teammate Mika de Waal going at it, and Kromov coming through to take the lead just towards the end of the first lap. So really on a charge now. Jeremy Seewer back there in 4th place on that yellow Suzuki, the Rockstar Energy Suzuki. Tucking in behind the 172. Scott Racing's Brent Van Donnick. So we've got Kromov, Mika de Waal, Brent Van Donnick, 172 in 3rd. The 91 of Jeremy Seewer on that yellow Suzuki is in 4th place. Then it's Damon Growler, 171 there. He's in 5th. Just behind him, here's Valentin Guyot. Oh, it's Brian Bogers actually, because he's already found a way past Guyot. Then Eric Hugets in 8th. Thomas Olsen 9th. Joel Milesevic in 10th place. 132 it was, it got lost there. Karel Kutsar on the Sarkar Racing KTM got left on the line. But the 28 of Mika de Waal, HSF Logistics JTX KTM. Stormed around the outside. Saw Guyot at the inside there, just holding a tight line. That was the number 10 of Carlis Sabalis on the Kawasaki, getting tangled there with the 47 of Pontus Jonsson. So Klein Kromhoff leads, De Waal second, Van Donnick third, Sewa fourth, Growlers fifth, Guyot is in sixth, Bogus seventh, Huget's eighth, Olsen ninth, Milesevic 10th, Kelly Olsen 11th, Patrell 12th, Jesse Konis 13th, as Jeremy Sewa goes through into second place. Ninehouse is 14th, Adam Sterry 15th, Jesper Jonsson, Mike Krass, Peter Eert, and Rennie Albers. Eddie Hortenmarker is 20th as Bonini comes in. And Karel Kutsar, Henrik Stiegel, Valentin, then we've got Valentin, the 192 of Lacherat, Anders Valentin Lacherat, the Spaniard. He's in 23rd, Ryan Houghton 24th. Battle for the lead up there though, Valentin Guyot alongside number 9, Brian Bogus, just coming out of the finish line area. Nathan Watson down in 28th place, Jordan Booker 30th, Ben Watson in 36th place, so not looking good for the Brit guys at the moment. But the Belgian, Brent Van Donnick, there, 172 in 4th place. Going after the 28 on the white machine of Mika Boy De Waal. Perfect conditions for these guys in this race. Oh, Van Donnick trying to slingshot around the outside, trying his best not to follow. But he's already been passed now by 171, Damon Growlers. So Growlers, the 171, moves up a couple of positions on that lap. So we've got Kromhoff leading. Jeremy Sewa, 91 in second. Kenderdijker looking on from pit lane. Get him over this tabletop, could do with a wide shot just to see exactly where the riders are. Because there's Growlers, Bogus, and the guy on the right in the red is our championship leader, Valentin Guyot. So that far corner then, race leader, Sewa second. Here's third, Mika Boy De Waal, 28. Fourth is the 171, Damon Growlers. Fifth is 172 there, Brent Van Donnick. Then Valentin Guyot has found a way into 6th place. Bogus drops to 7th. And Growlers making a move and succeeding as well as he carves up the inside of Mika Boy De Waal. Storms into 3rd place. Klein Kromhoff, though, just about to come through to complete his second lap. Goes through now, and he's got Jeremy Sewa 1.5 seconds behind him. 3rd place. Belonging now to 171, Damon Growlers. 4th is the 28, Mika Boy De Waal. Pontus Jansson coming in. Van Donnick 5th, Guyot 6th, Bogus 7, Olsen 8, Milesevic now 9th, Huget's 10th, dropping down. As Valentin Guyot up the inside of Brent Van Donnick. Lost his back brake yesterday in the semi-final whilst leading. But he said this morning that actually realised that how many corners after riding without a back brake you can actually charge into and you don't really need the brake. So, but coming under pressure and under attack pretty quickly in this 250 final. Pretty much single through the 4 waves. Van Donnick just making a mess coming out. That's going to open the door for the 9 of Brian Bogus if he's not careful. There's Valentin Guyot, the 92. Second rider in shot. Going after Mika Boy De Waal. Had a good qualifying race yesterday, did Valentin Guyot. Didn't make the best start. But looking to go up the inside of De Waal. Hard on the brakes, going to make the pass. Oh, just ran wide and De Waal anticipated well. Good choice of lines. Gets the drive. Valentin Guyot will pull a nice whip, just like the previous lap, when he found a way past Brian Bogus. Over through the wave section, far side of the circuit, coming around to complete their 3rd lap. Valentin Guyot should be in 4th place. We'll wait for Kromhoff to come through. Kromhoff still leads. Oh, less than 3/4 of a second between him and Jeremy Sewa now. 3rd, the guy in the left-hander, Damon Growlers, 171. Valentin Guyot there now. Look how choppy it is down at the end of the straight past pit lane. A lot softer than it has been. Heard a rumour yesterday that maybe 500 trucks of sand have been dropped on this place over the past year just to get some of the softness back again, because it was getting a bit hard over recent years. And back in 2004, when they had an FIM 85 and 125 Junior World Championship round here, it was really sandy, apparently. Even more so than now. So Van Donnick, 172. On the Scott Racing, KTM, having his little battle with the number 9 of Brian Bogus just behind him, although seems to have escaped him there. And going after the 28, Mika Boy de Waal on the HSF Logistics JTX KTM. Difficult wave section through there, high speed through a left-hander, holes, bumps, ruts, you name it. There was a big hole right on the left on the takeoff point yesterday on the line that everyone was favouring initially. Mika de Waal just getting a little bit deep in the corner, goes tight again to the inside. That allows Van Donnick, 172, just to get the slingshot and the drive. Looks like he's made the pass. Mika de Waal, though, not taking it lying down, tried to come through, but looks pretty straight through there, but it does turn quite severely then uphill. Nothing in it between Kromhoff and Sewa as well. It was 0.7, 0.4 now as they come over the line. So Jeremy Sewa just biding his time, yet to win a race this year. So too is everybody else, actually, because Valentin Guyot, 3 moto wins in the 3 rounds that we've had. Portugal, France and Sweden a week ago. This is a battle for the lead. 63, Cyril Klein Kromhoff. He's on the white KTM. The yellow Suzuki, number 91, Jeremy Sewa of Switzerland. He's in 2nd position. He also sits 2nd in the championship, 13 points behind Valentin Guyot. So Guyot in 4th place at the moment, so there'll be a few points but gained back there. Where's Growlers coming into shot now in the background? That's a 4-second gap between them. And Growler setting his fastest lap of the race. So too did Valentin Guyot, but Cyril Klein Kromhoff for 157.1. It was a 56.8 for Sewa. The guy in 2nd there on the yellow Suzuki just seems to have lost a little bit of ground the last few corners. But Damon Growler 155.8, so a full second quicker than Jeremy Sewa. Just ahead of him. So Sewa would think that he needs to get past. Man down. That's one of the Silver Action KTM riders. So we'll work out who that might be. It might have been Nil Acheron, the number 344. I think he's the only Silver Action rider. So fellow Spaniard to Jose Boutron. Just trying to check himself out. So 25 minutes plus 2, this 250 race. We've got 14 minutes to go. That looks like Acheron there going over the finish line jump. So guessing he's either grabbed his foot pegs and the ruts on the face, or hit some braking bumps on the way down. Looks a little bit of discomfort though. But 5 laps complete. Cyril Klein Kromhoff there, 63, just going out of shot, continues to lead from this guy, number 91 on the yellow Suzuki, Jeremy Sewa. Damon Growlers, I tell you what, it's closing it in. 3 seconds now, Damon Growlers. Growlers 3rd in the championship. He's had a 2nd, 11th and a 2nd. So he's in 3rd at the moment. The 11th in France when he was beaten up after a big crash on the downhill past the finish line area in the qualifying race when he was leading. Unbelievably, he went back out for the time practice and qualified in the last chance. Just after that, see the water going down on the start straight in anticipation of MX2 a little later on. Of course, that goes in around about 50 minutes time. See, we're not able to do anything about Cyril Klein Kromhoff though, who continues to lead the race here, the number 63. Growlers closing in. That's Augie Zaragoza's pit crew and Jeremy Sewa's pit crew looking on. So we've got Kromov, Sewa, Growlers, Guillot, Van Donnik, the top 5. Mika Boydewal is 6th, Brian Bogus 7th, Thomas Olsen 8th, Joel Milesevic 9th, Kalle Olsen is 10th, Mike Krass 11th, Benoit Paturel is 12th, Arminius Jasikonis is 13th on the Route 77 Energy Honda. 14th is Eric Hugic. 15th is Adam Sterry on the STR KTM. Karel Kutsar has got himself into the points after a slow start. He's in 16th place. Luca Ninehouse is 17th, Rennie Albers, Henrik Stiegel and Peter Eert round out the top 20. And just behind them, just outside the points, Eddie Hortemarker on the Riga Racing KTM. Jesper Jonsson, Jordan Booker 23rd, Ryan Houghton 24th on the Monster Energy Yamaha, Nathan Watson on the HM Plank KTM. Shows you the depth and the quality of this racetrack. Jordan Lecon as well on the Farid Kawasaki 26th. Dika Damians, would have expected to see him higher than the 27th. Jorge Zaragoza 28th as well. Carl Bengtson, Simone Fillotti, some good guys down there. Luca Moroni 32nd. A lot of those guys didn't have the best qualifying race yesterday, so would have been at a disadvantage coming off the start. And just obviously finding it tough to get around this circuit that's getting bumpier with each passing lap. See how soft the waves are there. It's coming out of the first turn a right-hander, the final corner a left-hander, just going through that same section. There's Growlers, he could be the danger man. It's down to 2 seconds now, that gap on the standing construct KTM. Made a silly mistake whilst leading yesterday, coming over the finish line into the right-hander. Just seemed to lost the front end, dropped him down to 6th. Made another mistake as well halfway round the following lap. But he did prove to be one of the fastest guys on track, so obviously Growlers putting in the work and the effort here. Fastest lap though was Valentin Guillot yesterday in the race. 1:55.944 is there's Jorge Zaragoza. That looks like the end of the wave section going up, coming out of turn 2, possibly. So the Rockstar Energy Suzuki rider, yeah, at the end of the waves. Does he lose the front coming in? Yeah, front tucks. Oh, handlebar. That could have been a painful crash, and he already flicking the hand in the air as if to say, what the? Just caught a hard edge bump. And Jorge Zaragoza already having a tough time of it. Just hitting the dirt. His teammate, actually, Brian Stew, in the 125 class, only managed a lap of practice. There's Zaragoza in the background, still trying to pick himself up before hurting a knee. So not a good weekend for the Rockstar boys, apart from this one here. Number 91, Jeremy Sewa, won the qualifying race yesterday. Second and challenging for the win, as he goes past his stricken teammate. So 9 minutes to go in this European 250 race. The 91 of Jeremy Sewa just trying his best to, again, close down that gap to the 63, the HSF Logistics JTX KTM of Cyril Klein-Kromov, our race leader from the Netherlands. Looking to switch things up a little bit. There's the Swiss rider going to the inside as and where he can. Quick tear-off pull. Well, he's got that gap down to less than 1.3 as it was over the line just a moment ago. Almost a lap ago. Oh, makes a mistake at the top of the hill, but doesn't lose too much time. Jumps long. Trying to make a challenge coming through here, but he's got to back off. Tighter turn through there on that side of the jump. Right, where's he going to think about picking off? Klein-Kromov here, who's riding a very, very good race. Here's the Dutchman. Obviously, you'd expect these conditions to suit him right down to the ground. Of course, they are at the moment. So the gap between Klein-Kromov and Sewa, 3/4 of a second. Don't worry, no relation to me. The 4:30. Valtteri Malin of Finland. There's the gap between second and third. There's Growlers just going through. Valentin Guyot about 2 seconds behind them in fourth. So Valentin Guyot looking at the prospect of finishing off the podium for the first time this year. Growlers be looking to take his third podium finish, but Cyril Klein-Kromhoff as well. Pulls the Terror probably at the wrong time there. Jeremy Seewer has a commanding line through the inside here, but can he get on the gas and get the drive, or is it going to be Kromhoff? It's a drag race to the tabletop. Kromhoff still holding on, but nothing in it between the two leaders here. Seewer trying to go around the outside. Will he try to square it up the inside, relying on Kromhoff to make a mistake? That doesn't come. Switches it back to the inside. Gets on the power early enough and stays loose. Doesn't go deep. Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be close at the end of the straight, but again, Klein-Kromhoff just doing enough at the moment. Oh, nicely whipped, gets on the power a lot earlier, and Seewer goes through. So Jeremy Seewer then now leads on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe machine. Number 91 is going to come over the line to complete lap 9 in a moment's time. So he now just needs to... Oh, Kromhoff not going to let him have it easily, though. Looking to make a challenge in the corner after the finish line jump immediately. Bit too deep there for Seewer as he goes through the left-hander on the approach to pit lane, but Growlers closing in all the time. That gap down to 2 seconds now. So just under 6 minutes plus 2 to go. This race yet to be decided by a long way. Seewer, Kromhoff, Growlers and Guyot. Zaragoza disappointed with himself after that crash. There's Guyot. Growlers just ahead of him. Will he be able to flick the magic switch a la Kai Rowley and get himself in third, maybe even challenge him for a race win in the closing stages? He's right back on the rear wheel of Damon Growlers. Here's our championship leader there, number 92, Valentin Guyot. Up on the pegs. Letting the rear suspension do all the work. Good drive through the waves, going to turn it tight, run it down the inside of Growlers at the end of the straight, but Growlers just too far ahead of him to allow that to happen. Nothing in it between the first 4 guys. Jeremy Seewer rightly trying to make a break for it. Fastest first and second sectors for Jeremy Seewer, so he is putting a little bit of distance between himself and Kromhoff. Growlers and Valentin Guyot quicker first sectors than Kromhoff that time around, and also the second sectors. You can see it already coming down, look. Growlers 171 in trouble in second place. In third place, sorry. Valentin Guyot already on the rear wheel of the Belgian. Oh, loses his front wheel going through there. That might allow Valentin Guyot a little bit of momentum. Trying to go around the outside. Got a rider down over the... that's in the corner. It's not off the jump, but Valentin Guyot slots up the inside. Thought he was going to back out of the challenge, but Growlers went too wide. Left the door wide open. Valentin Guyot now slots into third place. So 5 points in it then in terms of what Jeremy Seewer, he'll pick up 25 points for the race win at the moment. And Valentin Guyot, he will pick up 20. So that gap will come down by 5 points in the championship chase. That'll bring it down to 8. Brent Van Donnick not out of it yet either, 172 on the Scott Racing KTM, going after Growlers. So Growlers, as Tim Geiser looks on down in pit lane. His old man just giving him some instructions what to do in the race himself. Was due to ride in the European Championship for the whole season, but after a couple of results, decided, you know what, concentrate on riding in MX2, getting as much experience as possible. Ah, Mika Boydewal goes out. He's out of 6th place, or is he? That's a left-hander. Did he just lose it? And pick himself up real quickly, in which case Thomas Olsen didn't find a way through, or that was a 4-second gap originally. Backhand there, just working over time. This is Growler. Just watch how deep he varies. The 171 front end in there, and then it was the back hooking around, and the front almost folding. But just after that, this guy, number 92, Valentin Guyot, went through. Brent van Donink looking like he's the next guy to go through as well. So Growler's in trouble. Van Donink up on the pegs around the outside, going to put the squeeze on fellow Belgian. And he slots up into 4th place now. He could still do something about Valentin Guyot as well. Talking a couple seconds behind though. First 3 separated by less than 5 seconds. Looks a lot less than that though. Jeremy Seewer, 1.7 seconds clear of Cyril Klein-Kromhoff. A couple seconds further back is Valentin Guyot, the number 92, our championship leader. Here he is. There's Brent van Donink, 172. He's now in 4th place. 171, Growlers in 5th. Thomas Olsen is in 6th. Kras went through. Bogus went through. Milesevic went through. Kalle Olsen went through. So Mika Boyd de Waal went from 6th down to 11th. Did lose 5 positions when he fell on the previous lap. Arminius Jasikonis, Route 77 Energy Honda. He's in 12th. Benoit Paturel, Bud Rockstar Racing Husqvarna is 13th. Adam Sterry, STR KTM is 14th. Henrik Stigel is 15th. Luca Nienhuis is 16th. Eddie Hortemacher back in the points in 17th. Rennie Albers 18th. Karel Kutzer 19th. Jordan Booker picking up a point at the moment, so he's clawed his way back into 20th on the privateer Kawasaki. It's going to be 3 laps, you know. Takes less than 36 seconds to get from here to the finish line. So Jeremy Seewer can't relax. Wonder if he's feeling the nerves at the moment. Hasn't won a race this year. Won qualifying races though. Look at that. 17 seconds on the clock as he goes through. So 12 laps complete then. Jeremy Seewer. Ooh, I'm just wondering whether it's a bit early to put that virtual round winner up at the moment, because look how close the 63 Cyril Klein-Kromhoff is all over the back of the Swiss Suzuki rider. Valentin Guyot in 3rd, still 2 seconds further back. Brent van Donink in 4th, about another 2 seconds further back. So 5.6 seconds separating the top 4 riders. Growler's still hanging on in 5th. But then we've got a big gap back to Thomas Olsen in 6th. And then it's a whole gaggle of riders from Thomas Olsen, Mike Kras, Brian Bogus, Joel Milesevic on the Diga Racing KTM. And then Kalle Olsen, Mika de Waal losing another 13 seconds in that crash, at least, because he's now in 11th place, that far back of Kalle Olsen. Ooh, Valentin Guyot closing in on 63, looking to challenge for 2nd position. So Guyot in red, he's in 3rd. This is 1st, 2nd and 3rd, all in the same shot. Seewer, Klein-Kromhoff, who takes a nervous look over his shoulder, realizes that Valentin Guyot is closing in. That's what happens when you're being stalked by the championship leader. If it was just Valentin Guyot 4th in the championship, Cyril Klein-Kromhoff wouldn't have maybe even turned around, but Valentin Guyot, championship leader, guy with the red plate, carries a little bit more weight with it. Valentin Guyot looking good for 2nd here as well. 2 laps to go. Jeremy Seewer already over the line. Ooh, Kromhoff stabs the front end deep in the left-hander. Doesn't cost too much time, though, as he heads down past pit lane. Look at the line there from Valentin Guyot. A lot smoother out there on the left-hand side. Sweeps around as well, and he's made the pass. Nice bit of riding there from Valentin Guyot. Up in a 2nd now, so the deficit still about 3.8 seconds in terms of time to Jeremy Seewer, but more importantly, that gap gets reduced from 5 to 3 in terms of the advantage gained by Jeremy Seewer. Valentin Tellier was at 157.3. compared to a 56.9 of Jeremy Seewer, the guy ahead of him. So now he's got clear track. What will he be able to do? Nicely scrubbed. Over on the far side of the circuit. So Seewer, Guyot, Klein, Krumov, Van Donnick, Damon Growler say top 5 now. Here is your race leader, Jeremy Seewer. The back end just getting a little bit loose on that Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe machine. He'll know now that Valentin Guyot is closest challenger, that he currently sits 13 points behind. That'll be reduced to 10 if it stays as it is. He knows he's going to want to try and make a bit of a charge here. Yeah, just catching the edge of that bump, look. Nice and relaxed though, soaking it all up, letting the upper body do the work. Probably didn't even flinch. Jeremy Seewer coming around to complete his 14th lap now. 1 lap board goes out. So about 1 minute 57 between him and the checkered flag, because he's still going to have to apply the pressure on himself. Valentin Guyot 4.1 seconds behind him. Just lapping 0.3 slower that time around, but regardless of that, Jeremy Seewer cannot take his eye off the ball, his foot off the gas. In terms of Valentin Guyot, even if he doesn't win the race, it'll be a 100% podium record for him. So too for Jeremy Seewer. He was third, second and third. Looking to pick up a race win here though. Krumov still third. He's being hounded by Brent Van Donnick, still in 4th place. Growler's 7 seconds further back now. He's fell off the radar in 5th. Thomas Olsen more than 15 seconds behind though in 6th. Then Mike Krass, he would have expected better here in 7th. Joel Malesa, but having said that, he would have started right out on the right-hand side as we looked at it. So would have had a lot of work to do to try to get across. So maybe Krass on the Burst Film Suzuki, maybe not riding too bad, all things considered. John Milesevic 8th, Kalle Olsen 9th, Brian Bogus 10th, Mika Dual 11th, Jasikonis 12th, Benoit Paturel 13th, Adam Sterry 14th, Henrik Stigel his 15th, Eddie Hortenmarker, Karel Kutsar, Luca Ninehouse, René Albers and Jordan Booker, they top 20, all completed 14 laps as well. The orange KTM there, Valentin Guyot, and the white KTM of Cyril Klein Krumov. Second and third, just less than a handful of corners to go through the difficult uphill wave section. Neither of them going to master this guy though, the number 91. Jeremy Seewer just takes a quick look over his shoulder, nice and easy down the hill through the final turn here. And the Swiss rider on the Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe, Jeremy Seewer, will take his first race win of the year. And in the process, he'll reduce the deficit from 13 points to 10 to the championship leader, Valentin Guyot, who comes home in 2nd. Cyril Klein Krumov 3rd. Brent Van Donnick there, 172, 4th. And he knows that was a missed opportunity to get on the podium here in Latvia. It'll be all smiles down there in the Rockstar camp. And officially, of course, the results on the left. Waiting for the riders to come through. Obviously, top 10 are over the line now. Waiting for Mika Dual. Here he is, number 28. Okay, so what could have been, should have been for him. He was in 6th when he crashed. So he's buried the head in the sand there because the peak upright. Not too much aerodynamicity there from top of that helmet. As everybody else comes through, the 18, René Albers coming home in 19th place.
Just on the podium,
waiting for Jordan
but
Booker.
I didn't win, and yes, I'm so happy.
Excellent. See you after the podium.
So a whole bunch of guys going out then, as you can see. We'll give you the official rundown in just a moment. Crowd still out on the bank getting ready for MX2 and MX1 a little later on, of course. But Jeremy Seewer of Switzerland, the winner in the European 250 race, taking the checkered flag, 3.3 seconds clear of Valentin Guyot. First win of the year for him as well. Official confirmation then. Results from the 250 final. Number 91, Jeremy Seewer wins it from Valentin Guyot, Cyril Klein-Kromov third, Brent Van Donnick, Gaiman Growlers, Thomas Olsen, Mike Krass, Joel Milesevic and Kalle Olsen. They were your top 9 with Brian Bogus dropping to 10th. Mika Dewar was 11th. Arminius Jessiconis 12th. Benoit Paturel, Adam Sterry, Henrik Stiegel, Karel Kutsar, Eddie Hortemarker, Luca Ninehouse, Rennie Albers and Jordan Booker, your top 20 point scorers. Ryan Houghton, a quiet day for him today on the Monster Energy Yamaha. Didn't get a good start. Wasn't able to come through. Fans soaking up the sun. See the MX2 guys down there on the line preparing their start gates for their first race. Championship looks like this. Number 92, Valentin Guyot. The 100% record comes to an end, but he does pick up 22 points. As you can see, that deficit now down to 10. Olsen and Paturel climbing positions into 7th and 8th. At the expense of Jordan Booker, but Van Donnick climbs 13 places this weekend. Look, with a 4th place finish here today. Just goes to show what a good start can do, and a little bit of belief, a bit of confidence. Manufacturers' Championship. KTM should still lead the way in that. Suzuki second, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda, Husqvarna. Husky losing a place this weekend to Honda. Just saw the view from the skybox looking down on the start line on the riders as they prepare their gates. Good place to watch the start from, actually, there is. Getting ready for the podium, though. 3rd overall on the HSF Logistics JTX KTM, Cyril Klein-Kromov. He led it for so long as well. 2nd overall, bided his time. He's still on the podium. It's still good points for the championship. Valentin Guyot on the Guyot Motorsports KTM takes 2nd overall. Not sure if he looks too disappointed or not. Job well done for him, I would say. But Jeremy Seewer, Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe, takes the top step of the podium for the first time this year, and it's a Swiss 1-2 here in Latvia. Zintars Junzaikas, president of the Latvian Motorcycle Federation, handing out the trophies to the podium finishers this weekend. Valentin Guyot, their 2nd overall. Pretty good result for him, all things considered. And your overall winner, Jeremy Seewer, Rockstar Energy Suzuki Europe. First win of the season, wins here in Latvia. Closes the gap on the championship leader, Valentin Guyot, the guy to our left, his right, in the process to just 10 points now. No Yves de Maurier on there this weekend, but Eddie Hurd, the president of the FIM Europe MX Commission, handing Valentin Guyot another red plate, continues to lead the championship after 4 rounds. Well, Jeremy Seewer, your overall winner this weekend. National anthem time for him and for Switzerland. That's your podium then here, the 4th round of the European 250 Championship. Jeremy Seewer in the middle, he was your overall winner. Valentin Guillot on the left, he was 2nd, and Cyril Klein-Kromhoff on the right. In white, he was 3rd overall. 2 Swiss and a Dutchman was your Latvian podium this weekend. Here's how it went down in the 250 final. Gate dropped, and Karel Kutsar was the slowest to react, but it was Mika Boyd de Waal who got himself in front, but not for long, because at the end of the lap, Cyril Klein-Kromhoff, his teammate, came through to take the lead. Just behind them were Jeremy Seewer, Valentin Guillot, Damon Growlers, Brian Bogus, and they were all duking it out for those positions. Growlers was the first to react, eventually finding his way up another position. Valentin Guillot then went after Van Donink, and then Mika de Waal. But de Waal found a way back through as the pass was less convincing, but it was the next straight that Valentin Guillot would scrub his way past. Jeremy Seewer, though, caught the rear wheel of 63 Cyril Klein-Kromhoff and made his move, and he went into the lead at that point. Valentin Guillot then followed through, found his way into 2nd, pushing Cyril Klein-Kromhoff into 3rd, and that's how it finished. Checkered flag went out to Seewer. He was your winner here in Latvia. Here he is, down by the podium.
Jeremy, well done. First final race win of the year. You happy with that?
Yeah, sure. I'm really happy about that. My start was not so good because the guy just left of me, crashed into me, and then I was not so good. I could make many passes in the first 2-3 laps, and then yeah, I won the race, and I'm so happy about that. And let's see what the rest of the season brings.
Well done. Go and enjoy it.
Nice, cool, calm, measured response there. Quietly spoken, Jeremy Seewer. Anything but quiet when he gets on a racetrack though, but he's got a good style. Looks composed at all times. Good use of the upper body. Obviously a very fit lad as well, so he'll be looking forward to the next rounds that are coming up on the calendar. Of course, won't be until Finland next week. So similar conditions there, a little bit sandy. Be interesting to see what goes down in the European category that weekend. In a week's time, of course, at Irving Cup. 2nd overall this weekend was Valentin Guillot. Here he is.
Valentin, you take 2nd place this weekend, but you did a great recovery job from a bad start.
Yeah, I don't know what's happened at the start, because I think the guys next to Jeremy, he go directly right, and he pushed me. Everybody pushed me inside, so I lose. I make a bad start, and after I don't know how many I was, maybe 7, and it was not easy to ride before because everybody goes fast in the corner, so I need to take a moment to check, to find my lines and everything, and yeah, after at the end of the race I come back very strong, and yeah, it was a good race. I finished 2nd, so it's still good for the championship, and thanks at everybody who support me. My mechanics make a very good job on the bike, and yeah, thanks everybody.
Well done, and you still keep hold of that red plate.
Yeah, it wasn't an easy race for him this weekend, but he bode his time, found his rhythm, sorted his lines out. But that's what happens when you're the defending champion. The competition, though, will gang up on you occasionally. Squeezed him coming out of the gate immediately. He was forced to back off and hold a very tight line through the first corner. Still came out just inside the top 10, though, but not an easy place to get through on here. Well, 3rd in the race was the number 63 of Cyril Klein-Kromhoff on the HSF Logistics JTX KTM team. He led for so long, but came under pressure and eventually had to settle for 3rd. Here he is.
Cyril bouncing back from a tough race in Sweden, but what performance today?
Yeah, yesterday I had a big crash on the first practice. Had a really painful leg, and yeah, today was good. In the morning I really pain, but I had a good start and leading I think 50 minutes, and yeah, it was 3, and yeah, I think I'm happy.
Well done.
Yeah, 11th in Sweden a week ago, and riding with a slight leg injury, but put it behind him. He was good in qualifying yesterday, good here as well. And Cyril Klein-Kromhoff takes his 2nd podium of the year. He was 4th in the opening round in Portugal, 3rd in France. 11th last week, but back on the podium today. Who knows, could have been laying 3rd in the championship instead of Damon Growlers, but anyway, we'll go to Finland next week. He'll try and keep the trend going, keep himself on the podium next week, see what he can do about the points to the next guy. So we're just looking down into the skybox. MX2 guys pretty much ready for what will be their first of 2 MX2 races this weekend. A little bit of nervous tension down there, some of the riders, but some seem to handle it a little bit more than others. Well, we've had 2 good races so far today in 125 European and also the 250 European. We've seen a track that's pretty brutal. If you find the right lines and are brave enough and confident enough to stick it down the inside where necessary, you could make light work of the opposition. There's Evan Habe, Roman Fevre in there as well. 8:17, Jason Clement, Max Anstey 14. That's Jussi Vehviläinen in there, the guy in the glasses, looks like the military guy, ex-GP racer from Finland, in charge of looking after Harry Kulas. There's Jake Nichols and Alessandro Lupino. You see pretty much all the riders sat on their bikes under the skybox in the waiting zone, trying to keep out of the sun. There's Alexander Tonkov. He's going to be one of my studio guests on the MX Live TV show a little later on. 2:15, you'll be able to see that on MX Live TV, the Ester Motorsports Honda rider. Be interesting to hear what he has to say. It'll be the first time for him on the live show. Of course, we will have Tano Leok as well, the Ritchie Racing TM rider, and Lorenzo Resta, team manager for Honda World Motocross, MX1. Don't forget, you can send your questions to us via Twitter. If you want any of those guys to answer, normally only get a chance to read out a couple of those, so make sure you get them in. Tonkov generally quite a popular guy, so it'd be interesting to hear his views. Well, join us in a moment for MX2 Race 1. And we see the best MX2 riders in the world go head-to-head around this Kegum circuit in Latvia. So far, so good, though. Racing's been top-notch. I expect it to be no different in MX2.
kā dziesmas svētki. Tur jau var nekas.